Hi, welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day. Today we're going to talk about 4 things which are closely linked together. That's peace, contentment, gratitude and forgiveness. These topics you guys probably heard about before. They're all connected actually, like everything else is. In all of our videos we do constantly bang on about how connected and interconnected everything is, and it's true. So we'll be discussing those 4 items, and I'll give you my story around them, and you guys can resonate with whichever bits that feel true to you and connect with you, and maybe hold some others in the back of the mind or the back of your consciousness, and maybe they'll resonate later. I will be doing a prayer at the end of this, a prayer of forgiveness at the end of this that was given to me a long time ago. Which I practiced, and as I was asked to do many years back, and I practice every day. So it's something I do. I'm not just promoting it on this video. So what is peace, contentment, gratitude, and forgiveness? Well, for me, it's the underpinning of happiness. It's how do we achieve happiness? What is happiness for all of us? Well, happiness is different for each and every one of us. We can all say happiness is family. Happiness could be material things for others. Happiness could be travel. Happiness could be anything. It could be sport. It could be being alone in a mountainside. It could be camping. It could be going for a walk, it could be anything. Having children around and or watching TV. Who knows? But happiness is something that we look to attain and maintain as a permanency in our lives. We're all seeking happiness, so we have to determine, well, what is happiness truly? What is happiness in life? What makes us smile every day and feel balanced? Well, for me, happiness is actually peace and contentment. Peace and contentment I personally have achieved through prayer, meditation, and the inward spiritual journey, which is what these videos are all about. Peace is internal. We achieve peace internally. It's from within ourselves. It's not mental. It's not a process of mind. It's a state of frequency. Like everything else is energetic, happiness, contentment is frequency. It's internal harmony. Peace is internal harmony, a gentle flowing of grace, of water. It's a balance from within. It achieves just a graceful, which is just love, thought, energy, intent, through the heart, through knowing what we are. So for me, peace was gained through my internal journey, actually. So peace is really internally achieved by addressing our external selves. So what's our external selves? External selves is our ego. I mean, we all have ego, but it's having a balanced ego. A sense of exceptionalism, a sense of self-entitlement, a sense of intellectual egoism. It's thinking we're special above all others. It's judgment on others. It's materialism, or chasing the hungry ghost. The hungry ghost being the one that you feed constantly is never satisfied. It's a hungry ghost. These are the things that the internal journey or the spiritual journey will force us to address. I addressed all of mine and during this journey, not all of them, but there's a considerable amount that I needed to in this life that I live, in this lifetime that I'm in. And through that inward journey, we have to address the person we're looking at in the mirror. And we have to confront the external self that we're seeing in the mirror, this persona, the persona we have, the external consciousness, which is our external persona for me. The external consciousness is the one that we emit through our ego personality, through our sense of self, the one that sits above the true nature which is inside. And so addressing those things for me through meditation, through prayer, through gratitude, through forgiveness, has culminated in an internal peace. I have an internal state of peace within me that I work on all the time. It's never perfected. We're not here to be perfect. I keep saying that a lot in my videos. We're not. We have free will, and we're here to be imperfect, but to allow ourselves to be imperfect while we expand towards our truly graceful state. And even that, in a graceful state, we're not here to be perfect. You can't be perfect in any form or any body that you may take in any incarnation of life. We're here to expand towards grace. But peace for me is internal happiness. It's achieved through addressing my own ego, understanding unity with others, understanding my place in this universe, understanding my purpose as to why I actually came into incarnational life in the first place. It's a peaceful driving of my external adventure. It's confidence to come out from my private life, where this was practiced for decades and decades and decades, is having this out in public and understanding what I'm doing these YouTube videos for. It's having purpose, intent, thought, energy, projecting it from the heart and the spirit together, combined within. And doing that peacefully, just doing that with an internal knowing and a constant connection with our spiritual home. The constant communication, the constant connection of peace and harmony and balance that brings. And as a result of that, you are contented. There's a contentment that comes from having internal peace. They're completely aligned and together. Contentment and peace, knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, around people that you're meant to be around, and you have everything you need, and that everything in the future will be provided, and everything in the past was perfect. So it's but you achieve that state when you go on the internal journey. I am adamant that the internal peace and contentment will never be achieved through the external world. It'll never be achieved through the hungry ghost. It will never be achieved through material desires. It'll never be achieved through physical desires. It'll never be achieved through mind, intellectualism, egoism, and self-entitlement and exceptionalism. These are external traits that produce discontent, disharmony, and a sense of lack. So those are the opposing factors to peace and contentment within. So it's important we all understand the differences, and that actually to achieve peace and contentment within is a journey. It's a constant journey. It's never ending. It's forever. But it's something that we have to choose to embark upon. But as I mentioned in earlier videos, it will take bravery, courage to do that internal journey, to decide to embark upon that internal journey on this sojourn or any other incarnational life, because it's a difficult one. Because we will all be, or anyone who embarks upon the journey will be having to confront the person in the mirror they're looking at. And the person in the mirror you're looking at, you have to be open about what that is. And if you do embark on the journey and you ask for assistance from the divine energies that surround us, and you truly ask for it and you embark upon it, be ready to be confronted with things that you need to be confronting. We've all done it. I have too. So for me, that is what peace and contentment is. And for me, it's happiness. I do have happiness from within because of peace and contentment from within. I'm happy with what I have. I don't have a sense of lack. And because we have the sense of journey, we have the sense of purpose, we have the sense of intent, our place in the universe, we come from, what we are, where we're going, and what the sojourn is all about. So this is something that peace and contentment will come from, and happiness. It's just knowing what we're here for, what we're doing, the adventure, how to create it, the power from within to create it from, the foundation from where it needs to go, needs to emanate. Those things are peace and contentment for me, and they're achieved through the spiritual journey, which is largely will always end with yourself. It will start with yourself, and in between you may come across many people that will help you along the way, but in the end, as you come towards the great realization, the journey is actually your own and a peaceful one. Many don't pray. I'm not saying you need to. This will come in time to those who are open to it. Sending a state of peace and meditation helps in aligning, in closing and reducing the presence of the external mind, and allowing yourself to drop within the body and open your energies out for calmness and peace. And as you progress along that journey of meditation or peacefulness or mindfulness in a quiet space, whichever practice you wish to have, that is what you'll achieve through persistence. Persistence is really just an expression of faith. So gratitude, what is gratitude? Well, gratitude is something that it's not just for Christmas. It's not something on birthdays or other celebrations in life. Gratitude is something we should be practicing every day. It's something I practice every day. I give gratitude for what I've had, the past, the present, and in the future, every day. It's to send that gratitude out to the universe, send that gratitude out to within, and understand through that process you'll have gratitude to what you receive and what others don't have in their lives. Understand how blessed you are in the life that we all live, and there are others, many around us, that don't have these lives and are not as blessed and struggle along the path of their own sojourns. We must give gratitude for what we receive. There's not a sense of self-entitlement here or exceptionalism. We all must give thankfulness for what we receive. Thankfulness is part of your expansion. Thankfulness and gratefulness, and have gratitude for what we have, and the assistance the divine spirits around us provide us. We have to give gratitude for that. Say thank you on a daily basis for the things we have, and the journey itself. These are not material things. They could be spiritual things, energetic things, etherical things. Just the peace and contentment within on a daily basis we feel. Give thanks for that. Give thanks for the things you have, the home you live in, the family and the love that you have every day. And also give thanks that you're able to have a life to service others. It's important through gratitude to understand, be grateful for what you have, but also the life that you live that allows you to help others, because we are all here to help others to achieve what they're here to achieve. We're all here to help each other. We cannot achieve either any part of our personal adventure or any part or the full journey towards expansion on our own. We're all here to help each other. So be grateful for what you have. By being grateful for what you have, you'll see what others don't and how you can assist them in their personal journeys. Through whichever form of action that you wish to perform to help others, do that. And through gratitude, you'll see and not hold judgment upon others who have less than you, who are not living the lives that you live, maybe through their own choices or circumstances. We're not here to judge, we're here to help. We're here to give without judgment to others. So be gratitude of the self and what one is receiving, what the universe is providing, and what you have around you that we take for granted every day is something that we need to be grateful for and give gratitude for on a daily basis. Forgiveness is another aspect of peace, contentment, and of course happiness, as gratitude is. And forgiveness is really important. It was an important aspect for me. Through the prayer that I was given. And we all go through life. People do things to us all the time. Mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual things to us all the time, which are not of grace. They're all, we could deem those as negative actions, bad actions, evil, whatever we want to call them. They're actions which hold energetic footprint on us. They impact us energetically. We hold energy through resentment, through a memory in the mind that's just holding mental baggage and holding us back. It kind of held tightly. Some things can go towards anger and resentment to others. And with that energetic baggage, we can never achieve peace and contentment in life internally if we're holding resentment and anger towards another, or towards an act, or a word, or a thought, or an expression, or an intent that someone's directed upon us. We need to remove these energetic constraints, these chains around us that are within. It's heavy bounded energy, anger and resentment. It's very different. It's a very heavy energy, but it's one we need to progress forward as to move through incarnational life and release ourselves from incarnational life, which is ultimate objective, of course, to return to grace whilst in body and release from the cycle of birth, rebirth, which actually is a choice and not an enforced one. As we've discussed before, a part of the process is forgiveness. We can't move forward in our eternal selves if we hold resentment to others. We need to learn to forgive on a daily basis. It's something I do all the time. I do it every day. I say the prayer of forgiveness 3 times once a day. You can choose however many times you wish to do it once a day. You can do it twice a day, as many times as you wish. I advocate doing it daily. Just as gratitude is given daily. To do these things daily because they're part of the process of shedding energy from ourselves, releasing resentment, anger, being grateful, and forgive yourself for the things you do to yourself for the things you do to others, and forgive others for the things they've done to you. So it's important. Forgiveness is very important, and it's become a core part of my daily life, as has gratitude, and as does prayer and meditation. It's something that I practice every day, so I don't preach anything that I don't actually practice every day. So what I'd like to do is close off this video by showing you the prayer that was given to me. It's a very powerful prayer which we must say loudly, or say openly. We need to say it loudly so the voice resonates within the chest, because the energy needs to expel from within us. So we resonate the prayer in voice so it can be heard. Not shouting it, of course, because most of the time we're doing it privately, but say it as I'm speaking to you, so you can feel the voice in the chest and feel it emanate out. Helps release the energy that we hold within of forgiveness. We do it when you're in a state of calm. So take some deep breaths before you start. Sit in whatever posture you like, on a chair, on the floor, whichever. There's no special way of sitting or meditating or praying or anything. It's just a sense of state. It's a statefulness that you have in any posture you have, but don't lie down doing it, of course. Because lying down isn't really allowing energy to flow through the body. Stay upright in whatever posture you wish, and say the prayer as many times as you wish, but at least once a day. So I do it 3 times once a day. So just sit back. Sit upright in whatever chair you're in, and I usually take 3 deep breaths to calm the mind and close the eyes and be calm, and then we can start the prayer. Now you can either hold your hands in the prayer state, you can hold them together on your lap or wherever you're sitting. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that resonating the prayer from the chest and from the voice in a calm state, but allow yourself to be open at all times. So what I will do is I'll be doing it with my hands in prayer state, which is what I do, and then we'll proceed, and then we'll close the video. And so I want to say thanks very much to all those who have watched the video today, and like and subscribe if you're so inclined, and leave any comments, and please share widely to those who think you find these videos useful. And I thank you so much for listening today. Thank you.